back. All right. So where we left off at, where we were just deleting these stones by. Now we want to just, make sure we just getting those.
Okay.
Down here inside the legs, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch to the freehand pick, and I'm gonna go in there and try to just draw a circle around these.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Much faster.
All right. Now with the stones off to the side, I can see that these two right here are touching. So I'll probably delete one and try to move that one in place of both of them.
Okay.
Everything else looks good. We may be able to get 4 stones here. Let's click on one, hold shift, click on that one, continue holding shift and click on that one.
Okay.
Inside of our edit tab, we have down here at the bottom, I like to use our replace stones to make the spacing equal button. Once you click that, it basically makes them equal, and then you can add a stone or delete a stone, like so.
Oh, okay.
So that looks good with 4 of them versus 3. So your 4, you want to hold shift and then click on this, clear the path from the selected objects to get rid of that.
Okay.
Boom. If you forget to do that part, you can just zoom in, click on just that line, and then just delete the line by itself.
Okay.
You don't delete the line, that line will be cut in between your circles. All right, so now we got our outline. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to my pick tool, draw a square around everything, and nudge it back over.
Okay.
Now we just got a quick outline of the Powerpuff Girl with a quick. All right, I'm gonna select all of these again. I'm gonna nudge them off to the side because you can either do an outline or you can select this black. Let's go back to our place and fill tab. The place and fill tab where you will always use to fill your stones. Now we're going to go inside, add stones, magic path. We're going to leave everything else as is. Contour spacing, 0.75. I use that a lot, 0.75. That places stones directly inside of the object. So let's fill. Clear the paths, merge overlapping stones. And now we have this, where it filled in the entire area of the black versus just doing the outline around it. I like the hatch fill a lot because it pretty much puts stones left to right and fills up the entire design. But it also, because it's going left to right, left to right, left to right, it doesn't quite fill in the whole area because it's going left to right.
Yes.
So let me select all of these blue, and I'm just going to delete them for now. Boom. And we're going to try that same thing with the path fill. One island to the inside now. Select the black and do island fill. Clear the path, merge overlapping stones. And now we got that one island to the inside. As you can see, it did it pretty good, but then it still has some areas in here where you got to go in there and clean it up to get it perfect. But when I first started, I was so geeked, I didn't even see these little imperfections. You know what I mean?
For real.
I mean, I might have seen them, but I was like, oh, that looked good. I sent it to the cut. You know what I mean? So let's click on one, select them all.
Trial and error.
And when you select them all over here, you want to click back over here to Coreldraw. Not in your work area, but up here in the actual app. Like right here on this line is always good. And then hit delete. Okay? If you don't, all right, because you got to remember they are two separate programs that work together. So let's try that again. If I select one blue, and I come over here and I select all of the same size and color blue. I got them all selected, and I can zoom back and forth. But if I try to hit delete, nothing happens. I have to, once I selected everything over in the design wizard, I have to click back onto Coreldraw. But if I click here in the white area, boom, it's just gonna deselect everything I just selected in the design wizard. So you want to, after you select everything, make sure you click over here, up here, in any area up here. I usually do right here on this bar right here that shows my projects. Click there. Boom. Now you can hit delete. Yeah, that will confuse you and until you've done it a couple times, and then you're like, okay, I got the hang of it. I see where it's at. So even if I was selecting this green, and all right, we're gonna make 2 different greens. If I click on this green and I select all of this green, I can't do nothing with it, you know. I can if I hover over it, then I'll get my crosshair. Then I know that I can grab that, and now I'm back in Coreldraw. But if I click anywhere else, I'm just going to deselect it, and I got to start back over selecting it all. That makes sense? Like, so whenever you select anything in the design wizard, like, I mean, you can select it like this, and you just selected it in Corel, but you didn't select the other ones either. Like, you know what I mean? It's just that set. But if you want to get them all and you select all the green, you have to remember to click back over here in order to like manipulate them in any way. You know, now I can make whatever. It took me a minute to figure that out, so I just wanted to point that out there, that when you do use that selection tool and you select everything like that, you want to remember to come back over here. Now, I know I got rid of that green. I'm just going to undo. We have undo here at the bottom, as well as up here, but I like to use Control Z. Boom. All right, let me just delete these other ones. All right, I'm gonna click on it. I like to use my my hatch fill the most because it just looks better to me. Boom, clear the paths, merge overlapping stones. It looks better to me than get this white. I just want to make a copy. It looks better to me than doing an island fill. Now, when you do an island fill, now you want to change it to 0. Let's do an island fill. And it's going to fill up the whole thing. Let's clear the path, merge overlapping stones. But as you can see, let me move them closer together. When you use the hatch fill, it's a more cleaner look left to right.
It is.
Than using the island fill. The island fill will give you your curves on your edges. You know what I mean? Like it curved around this ear, perfect here. It curved around the chin, perfect. Around the hand, you know, around the knee. But you have to go in there and clean up more than trying to clean this up over here. So when I use my hatch fill to clean it up, I really just go in there and I just straighten out this row like so. Move these stones to the center. Boom. I even like to separate them and just get them in the center. I'll take these out and just get this whole row right here lined up, and I'll start it from here and just using my shift. I'm holding shift and I'm just selecting all of the ones in this row to there. Because now I'm gonna use my equal spacing tool here to equal space them, and then just continue to add a stone in there until it looks right.
Oh, sweet.
Looks like that's too many. I'm gonna take one back. That's about good. Hold shift and clear the paths. Boom. But now we just straightened out that row real quick and fast in a hurry. I'll probably do it again here, visually looking at it. I'll probably say, let me delete those stones and move that one, probably delete this one and delete that one, and probably start my row, move that one closer and connect the chin here, like so. I'll probably only going to go to there, equal spacing, and add some stones in there, shift and clear. That one just looks off kilter. Let me move it just a little bit. Boom. And that's not bad. I'll probably move these down a little bit. So I like to move stones and use my equal spacing tool until visually it looks right. And then just move on to the next section. Like this right here. It looks like this. Go here. With it still selected, I'll hold shift, select this stone and that stone, and then use an equal spacing and probably just add one. Boom. So I know that they're equal. Shift and clear the path. Right here, they doubled them up again. I'll probably just go in there and delete all of them because I can grab one, drag it, and hit the space bar. Boom. Continue to drag it, hit the space bar again. Boom. And boom. And I'll probably move this one down like so.
Okay.
You know, just use my equal spacing tool to complete this line. I'll do it all the way around, all the way to here. Boom.
Sweet.
And add in those stones. Shift and clear the path. Now I would do that visually around until like this right here. I'll probably delete this one, delete that one because it definitely looks off. Delete this one. I'll delete a few of these on this side. Move this one to the center, move this one to the center, move this one to the center. And now I'll just start my row from here, and I'll just take it all the way around, grabbing each one in succession until I get to the end. You know, well, let me deselect them because right here, let's go ahead and delete that one and put this one like right there. And now let me start my row again. Sometimes I might do this 2-3 times until the row looks right to me. But I believe the longer I spend, the more perfect I make it, the better the template would be and allow me multiple uses out of the template versus I cut a template and then I go to make the shirt and realize, oh man, I made this mistake and then I got to make the template over. I'd rather just spend the time here fine tuning it and getting it right, because you might use 1,000 times, especially if it's a winner. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's true.
I'm gonna start this one here. I'm gonna just select hold shift, select that one, and that one, and go across right here with a row. Boom. Shift and clear the paths. She looking good already. You know what I
She
mean?
is. She is.
So from right
She
here,
is.
I'll probably delete this stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, I mean, that's looking pretty good, but
Mm-hmm.
we can actually delete all of these, right? Click
Uh-huh.
on this one, hold shift, click on this one, and inside of our edit tab, we can use our fill between two button and just click on that. Boom. It'll fill between two. It looks so
Okay.
tight. So we can just
Mm-hmm.
minus one stone or minus two stones. Boom. And that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we use that, we
Mm-hmm.
still, because if we go to our wireframe, we can't see
Mm-hmm.
the line that's normally between it, but there's
Mm-hmm.
still one there. So we'll have to
Okay.
do our
Clear the
shift
path.
and clear
Uh-huh.
the path.
Okay.
Don't do shift, clear the path. Then if I click on one stone, you see it
Mm-hmm.
still selects all of them because they're still together.
Okay.
So if you click on them and they're still together like that, just hold shift and clear the
Mm-hmm.
path. And then uh, you'll be able to select one at a time again.
Okay.
All right. So that's looking good. When it comes
Yes,
to
it does.
the hatch field and it
Uh-huh.
comes to these curves right here, what I
Uh-huh.
do is I'll just look at it and I'll be like, can I squeeze a stone right here? Boom. I was
Mm-hmm.
able to get one right there. With me putting one right there. All right, so shift, when you hold shift, it groups items together. When you
Okay.
scroll, it allows you to move your object left or right, straight up and down on that axis. So if I hold control and I drag it, it's going to move it directly left or right or up or down,
Okay.
only from this axis right here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't, if I let go of control, then I can move it in a circle like this or how I want to. But if I'm
Mm-hmm.
holding control, it will only move it left or right or up or down from that center point.
Okay.
I'm gonna move it to the left. I still got control held, and then I'm gonna press space bar where I want it. Boom, and let it go.
Okay.
When you press space bar, all it did was made a copy right there. So I just typically move the copy and then just delete it.
Okay.
So now I've got my one here and one there. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
click and equal space those together.
Yeah.
Create that little curve right there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and let me add in a few stones. Hold shift and clear the path. Now it gives me
Sweet.
my curve for the top.
That's nice.
I'm gonna do it again down here if I can. Even even though it's overlapping right here, that won't
Mm-hmm.
be bad because with sublimation it'll still look good. With DTF it'll still look good. But in this instance, I would probably just go right here, boom, and put another one right here, boom. Can I squeeze? I can squeeze one right there. But now
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to shift and grab a few of these stones and
Mm-hmm.
space them out to give that stone right there some room.
Okay.
I'm gonna shift and clear the path.
Oh.
I can do it again right here. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's touching two stones. So I'll probably grab these three, move them up like so.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. And then go and equal space this row right here. Boom. Shift and clear the path. And then equal space this row. Boom. To give that stone right there some space. But now, as you see, I got to equal space this row too. So when you get into trying to give the stone some space, you'll find yourself zooming in and out, trying to make it look right. Because now it looks like this row right here, I got to equal space that. Boom. And then I'll probably look at it and be like, I like it. It's not bad because when you zoom out, it looks good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the OCD in me get in here and be like, can I make it look better? And then I'll get to doing stuff like this. Boom. I'll move that stone. I'll move this stone. I'll get them all to the edge. Boom. And then like start my equal spacing from here and try to get like this curve. Boom. All the way probably up to there. It took a few of them off, but that's easy to fix because I can just nudge them in just a little bit like so. Grabbing them and just moving them in visually. And the OCD in me will do that. I'll take that line since I done moved them and I'll just go right back over it. And it's gonna nudge them a little bit more, but then I know like they're straight, they're on that line. Because they look good, right? But watch this little nudge. I mean, this little when I hit the equal spacing, see they shift it.
Yeah.
That little bit right there. You know
Makes
a
big difference.
And I'll just click on that line and delete it. Right here, looks like I can fit one in there. Boom. Right here, looks like I can equal space this row right here, all the way to there. Boom. Add a stone. And then
that's good.
Go in there and fine tune this. And now that looks a little better. It looks like it fits curve, you know what I mean? So you will find yourself doing that with designs. Once you so that's it in a nutshell of what I do is I group all of my objects together, decide what I want to stone, decide whether I want to use the fill tool or the hatch tool, hatch it or fill it, and then I go in there and I start fine tuning. You know, like right here, I would probably put a stone here and then just equal space this row and add another one. Boom. Right here. It's gonna be tight, but that's cool because I'm gonna get this one all the way to the edge. This one all the way to the edge. Delete the one in the middle and then just do it again and fill between two and clear the path. So now I know. See, it fits in there perfectly now. So sometimes you might have to, like right here. I'll get it right here. Boom. Even though the stone don't fit here, I know I'm doing sublimation or DTF.
It don't matter,
Yeah, it's not gonna matter. That stone is gonna sit on top of that color and it's still gonna look good, regardless if you're using sublimation, DTF, or you just putting it on a shirt with just stones. Like, you know what I mean? Like on a black shirt.
Oh, that's good.
On a black shirt, you can probably still make out that that's a Powerpuff Girl, especially if you're using the other colors as well. You know what I mean? Green in there and the white on the black shirt, you would know that's a Powerpuff.
You sure can, that's true.
So as I'm going along, let me run through text real quick. We're gonna get rid of this one on the side because she's not as clean as the other one. I'm just gonna fix her real quick. Fix this leg right here real quick. The OCD in me, you know, I will go over the whole design, you know, and fine tune everything. I'm just going real quick for now.
And so if you was to add stones on the inside, you just would click on that object and do the same thing, the island fill or whatever.
Yeah,
like if you wanted to do. Yeah.
I like to like I click on this green. Well, I'll click on this green and then click on this green and do my place and fill. Let's try with 0 islands. And let's do island fill. Okay. Clear the paths, merge overlapping stones.
Okay.
I mean, and that's pretty, I mean, that ain't bad. That looks good. I see right here where I can go in there and equal space that row,
Mm-hmm.
equal space this row, and then probably grab that one and go down this row right here.
Mm-hmm.
But before I start, when I first started doing it, I would go down the road and go, and then notice, oh dang, I got to do it again. So now I like to see, like, okay, if I'm going to do this, let me delete these first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that line looks pretty straight there. Then go over here and say, okay, let me delete that one. Nope, let's not delete it. Let's just move it over because it looks good right here.
Mm-hmm.
This one right here, I'll probably equal space that, make sure it's in the center. And that looks good. Right here,
Mm-hmm.
we can get 4. Let's try to equal space these 3. Boom. We were able to get 4 in there, but now it's tight here. So let's equal space those 4. Boom. And I'll probably even drag this to the edge, drag that to the edge, and try to get 1 more right here. Boom. And you know me, I'm gonna equal space it all the way down so it looks cohesive. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom. Now that one done. Same thing over here. I'm gonna grab this line right here, equal space it out, and that's ready to go. And I think her skirt looked pretty good, but I haven't looked at it yet. It's not bad.
Mm-mm.
Be able to get 4 right here.
And that was Hatchfield, right?
That was our famous. No, this right here was the Island Field.
Island Field, okay.
Yep. Because if I move those to the side, edit, nudge them over to the side, I'm gonna change color. Let's change color to like this pistachio green. Click it, and if I did Hatchfield in there, place some field tab, Hatchfield. Clear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna make them red so you can see it.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
don't look good at all.
Yeah, so you would decide like which works best for what you're doing it. The Hatchfield work better for this side to side, this full area. But right here on these curved areas right here, the Island Field is better. You know what I mean? So I like to play around with the Hatchfield and the Island to see which looks best for the object that I'm putting it on. But you'll get the hang of that as you go. Because let's move right into the text. It's a perfect segue. Well, let me move that back over first. Nudge it back over, and then move all this down here.
Okay.
All right. So let's just type out power. Boom.
Okay.
Now I just clicked on the text tool over here, and that's pretty much all I do with is click it, text it, and then click back on my pick tool.
Okay.
Because now I can select it. I can go here into my design wizard. This little arrow right here at the top.
Okay.
That brings out your fonts, your font wizard.
Okay.
Now I have loaded a lot of fonts into my design wizard. Where do you normally get fonts from? Have you downloaded the font yet?
I download them from the font. What's the name? What is it called? Design Fonts. I get them from there and different places.
All right, so I get mine from the font, DAFONT.
Yeah, I think I got them from there too before. Some baseball fonts from there, I believe. Yep.
Yep, it's a pretty good one. So after you download them and install them, you will be able to find them here. And I typically just type in the font right here in the find font.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go here. So I like to use thick fonts when I'm working with rhinestones because thick fonts look better. So up here in my favorites, I got a lot of thick fonts. And then I got a few script style fonts. So let's go with thick font like this Robo Black here.
Okay.
Now, typically after I choose my font and I say that's the font I want, I come up here and I immediately just weld it. So now I know it's no longer a font, it's now an object that represents the word that I'm using.
Okay.
All right. We got it sized up to how we want it. Typically what I do is I'll put it where I'll have it in the design. I'll hold shift and I'll select this black because the black is pretty much the entire design.
Okay.
And I'm gonna press C. Pressing C centers the text to the black.
Oh, okay.
Like so.
Okay.
I'm just gonna highlight everything and move it up a little bit. Click on the black. The power. I'm gonna hold control. And I'm gonna bring it down here. And I'm gonna right click on my mouse to make a copy. Boom.
Okay.
Oh, but we welded it already. So if I double click on it, I can't change it. So that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna just delete it, come back to my text tool and type in puff girl. Now 9 times out of 10, our font is still selected, so we can go right back to it and click on our robo. All right, I'm gonna hold shift. Well, let me go back to my selection tool. I'm gonna hold shift, click on power, and hit C to center it. Boom. Sweet. Also, what you can do is we got rulers on the side, so you can drag out this ruler and place the ruler right here on the edge of power. Let's drag out another one, place it on the right side of power. So now we got our ruler. So now we can click on Power Puff, slide it over to the edge so we know that it matches, and let's size it up a little bit to that edge. So now we know our power and our puff is center and it's the same. It's not the same size, but it's the same width. All right. Now let's click on our power. Let's go to our templates. No, not templates. I'm sorry. Our place and field tab. We can pretty much leave everything the same, but we want our island in the inside, and we want one island. Okay. And let's go ahead. Let's try out our different islands. Let's start with our hatch field first, since I love hatch field the most. Okay. Let's clear the path, merge overlapping stones. Now, hatch field doesn't look bad. But as we can see right here, it gets tight. You can't even fit stones in between there. Unless we want our W looking like that, we're either going to do one or two things. We're going to choose a different font that may work better, or we're going to try our island field. Let's click on it and try our island field. Clear the path, merge overlapping stones. Now, when it comes to text and curves, as you can see, island field works better. You know what I mean? We got to go in there, delete this stone, delete that stone, delete that stone. Yep. So I've deleted those few because what I like to do is I like to drag a ruler down, put it right here on the top of this row. Because now I can grab this red stone here, hold control, and just grab it in, and it should lock in place. Doesn't lock in place. Up here in your design wizard, hide. Okay. I want to move this all together. All right. Oh, that sucks. Okay, there we go. My bad. You got right here in your Coreldraw, we have this snap to at the top. So I like to have mine on snap to guidelines and snap to objects. So you'll want to change that and make sure it's on snap to for this function right here to work. Okay. So now you can grab this ruler, this guideline, and then move it down here and just by right clicking.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll probably do it again right here on this one. Boom. So that way I can grab this one, lock it into place. Grab this one, move it up. We need another guideline here. And I'll drag this one right down, hold control, right click and make a copy. Boom. Probably right here. I'll probably hold control. I'll probably move that to the left a little bit. Move that to the left a little bit. Boom. Leave that W like that. Do the same thing over here on this one. Make them cohesive. I'll probably just delete those two all together and just use my equal space in there. You know what I mean? Boom.
Yeah.
See, that's looking good right there. Now down here, it's a little smaller, but let's try it again. We're gonna click on it. Let's weld it. Now place and fill. Let's do an island fill. Clear the path. Merge overlapping stones, and let's go ahead and change our color so we can see our stones. Now that's not bad. It filled it in there pretty good, even though we got some work. We can see we won't be able to get a double line on our F. You know what I mean? We can if we do it like this. I like to take it all the way across and just do a fill between two. Let's take and let's try to drag it down and put it right there on the edge and right click. Not bad. So right here, I like to change the color and then delete this one. Boom. Grab that whole row and just change them back to pink. So we were able to get the double row. So now is where I'll cheat. Meaning I'll go and just delete this all of this right here. Boom. I'm gonna fix this F over here. So now that I done moved it like that, I'm going to delete all of that to there. Boom. Grab these two, move them up right there. And now I'm gonna just use my fill between on that row. Clear the pass. My fill between on this row. Clear the pass. Delete all of them three. I'm gonna just try to grab this row right here. And drag it down and boom. Maybe even delete these two, move these two over, you know what I mean? Delete these two and do a fill between them like that.
Oh, that's smart, yeah. That's real smart, yeah.
Now you know what I'm about to do, right?
Copy it.
Copy all of this right here over to the other F. So when it comes to text, I like to fix one letter and then just copy it over the other similar letters. So if this was an E, if we had an E in here, I would probably copy this F over and then just do that bottom line to complete the E. You know what I mean? When I first got started, I was doing it all. But as you go along, you will start seeing shortcuts. You know what I mean?
You get smarter, huh? You get smarter.
Especially on symmetrical designs where you can only do half and then just copy and paste it to the other half. All right, so right here, I'll probably delete this one, drag this one over so that it's on the same axis. When I drag, I'll right click and it'll make a copy. I'll probably just take this row around. Sometimes I go all the way around, or sometimes I go until I be like, all right, that's enough. I got 12. The more stones, the more space you can get between